So I thought I'd read the poem New Age. I've always liked it. I wrote it a while back, I guess. I don't quite know. You never know quite why you write a poem, although it was capturing a lot of things that were going on with me personally. I think it's also sort of talking about, or actually an old age, another age. I think things are sort of changing again, and yet I think our lives play out. Repeat what goes on in various eras. It feels like it's happened in mine. And the poem, I think, to some degree, talks a lot about the things I've been through the last couple of years. There are a number of things grammatically that I like about it, which maybe I'll talk about afterwards. But let's just read it as best I can. I have set out from that port years ago now, with what I knew in my Spanish heart to be the most progressive thinking, for instance, that the world was not flat. I have sailed with my courageous crew, using the most modern navigational gear available, only learning later it was not up for the task, which demanded even more of my men in those extremely tricky seas. I and my investors had hoped for Indian spice and Chinese silk, and a cheaper, less circuitous route than the one used at the time through the Gobi Desert, etc. I have instead found vast new lands and seas so filled with swimming fish that you can walk from an anchored boat to the land on their backs, and I have confirmed to all in the civilized world that the physical world is round. So it does not seem unreasonable to me that all of us on this mission deserve to settle into comfortable homes, particularly me, who has captained so much. And while it's true there's been some difficulty involving the red tribes, an imperfect people, though filled with a kind of primitive and powerful belief system that might have held some value for us. There was plenty of resources for us all, so it should have gone better. And it's not our fault that these red people are particularly obstreperous around alcohol, and I don't believe I can be held responsible for the white souls who came after me. And while I must admit I am not proud of all the deeds I have done here and elsewhere, though if you wish to take the time I have explanations, still, it seems unjust to me that our God has found it so necessary to lose me in this desert, so much worse and more bewildering than the Gobi, destroying me humble cabin and leaving me no clothes but these rags on me back, and turning all me current dreams to black. So it's the me at the end, that's shifting over, the sort of breakdown of language, which really intrigued me. I wrote it one way, putting my, and it felt wrong. It's fun. This is the first time I've actually read the poem, to read it with me, the breakdown of the rational that allowed us to go around and travel around the world and use its resources and build the civilization we've had now. A civilization that, built on the rational may not actually function as we would like it to. Anyway, a poem.